like as a realtor, so Kathy and I have a co-listing together, and, you know, like we've had to kind of navigate some of those things with people where like, if you have pets, it's hard because people don't want their pets to get out, but also like if you have an elderly dog that might have some issues, you know, and then you have a showing pop up, sometimes the agent has to go out there and handle some business, you know, and I think that's a lot of like misconception about people in real estate agents. They think like, oh, they take home this big check. Well, by the way, our big check isn't the full 3%, you know, like there's fees that we pay out of that. But then we also have, you know, dues that come from the managing agencies of realtors. And then we also are picking up dog crap. So
yeah,
it's
I can say I've never done that.
Yeah, well,
I would probably just step over.
it's probably
So
because
then-
I'm a new agent and I'm
when you do shoot those, then they complain, or do you not even shoot them?
no, I shoot them. Sometimes I'll call. So one thing that my business coach has told me, I hired a business coach. He told me, he said, here's what I do. He says, I will call them and say, hey, Joe Blow, I'm here to shoot your house and I am so excited to do it. Like it's the cookie, right? It's the Oreo. You have like the good news, the bad news, and the good news. You squish them together. So it's like, I'm so excited to be here and shoot your home. I did notice that your dog had some issues. I can definitely take care of that. Or I can edit it out, which is 9 times out of 10 what you do. I mean, if it's a showing, you have to man up and get it up. But if you're editing it, it's like, oh, I'll just edit that right out. I'm happy to edit that out for an additional blah, blah, blah fee.
You pay for it, yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, because it shouldn't be on me to make sure your house looks presentable for its pictures so that it sells.
Well, and honestly, like, showings are one thing, pictures are another, right? Like, I get if you're at work and you have a dog at your house, like,
Things happen.
But like pictures, you know about in advance. So
Yeah.
put your animal in the car that is on.
Yeah.
Well, it's just
And then come in and do a final sweep and clean up and make sure everything's good.
So when you had pictures taken of your home in Virginia, did y'all leave the house to take the pictures or were you there for the photographer?
I think we left the house.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I mean maybe.
You're
I know
like
where I know what
chilling.
you're getting at.
Yeah.
Like it's just kind of like, well, look, the whole process you better be pretty trusting.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna have all kinds of showings.
Yeah.
You're out of the house for that.
Yeah.
Right. People are coming and going, and
Yeah.
you know,
I'm
if
really-
you have some valuables, then just lock them away.
Absolutely. I'm really not that like I'm not angry about it. Okay. Like if like the one of the last ones I did, this lady was like packing up. She had her dog in the car. She's like, okay, like I'm leaving. She goes, oh, by the way, my elderly mother is here. She doesn't speak a lick of English. She doesn't want to come with me. So see you in a little bit. And I was like, how do I explain to her that I need to shoot her room and I need her to step out? So I literally was just like,
Elisa's about to have to edit a whole person out of these pictures.
and see, now they fine you if there's a person in the picture. The agent gets fined. And so that's been a good thing for me. And it's not that I love meeting people. I will talk to people
Sure.
all day long. I'm very social. It's that when you're here and then you go to the next room, you've left your coffee cup or, you know, whatever, something. It's always something. It's always something. And I will fess up and say the first house that I ever shot, I missed a room.
Did you really?
The person was there. They were talking to me. I was like, yeah, we're vibing. Like, this is great. Da, 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 da. Making a connection. I skipped an entire room. Had to
Wow.
drive 45 minutes back out to get it.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof. Distractions.
I would say,
Distractions,
you know, someone was like, we went through that process, you know, as I mentioned earlier, that the information is so good now that real estate agents provide for the most part. And I'm assuming you guys are on this level where someone's like, you let your wife buy a house and you didn't see it? I'm like, I saw a million pictures. They're all really good pictures. In fact, they took video. You know, she walked through. I mean, I can see the dimensions of the floor plan. Like, I trust her.
Yeah.
It looks good. Like,
Yeah.
you know, and then I show up and then it's not like anything was like, oh my gosh, this is complete. I can't believe you didn't shoot this room, or I had this expectation in mind.
Yeah. I mean, smell is really the only thing that you can't account for in the
Yeah.
pictures. I mean, you know, so, and as an agent, I mean, there's been times when, you know, we've had conversations about smell. So, you know,
Yeah.
if I have a buyer and they're seeing it sight unseen, I'm gonna be like, hey, this smells like dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing that a little bit of paint probably can't fix, or like
Yeah.
if it's got carpet, you know, and the carpet doesn't look great, gonna replace it. That's a bargaining chip.